What's up guys, CJ here, and welcome back to another all-new character bio. This week in our third Suicide Squad special, we'll explore the origins of the team's scaly, cannibalistic muscle, Killer Croc. In the film, which releases in just 4 days now, he'll be played by Akinnuoye-Agbaje in a role that I really hope gets properly explored after the research I did for this bio, because Killer Croc, he wasn't always the hulking, muscle-bound reptilian beast we've seen in animated series and video games like Arkham Asylum. He has a surprisingly human origin. And that's where our story is going to begin, in Gotham City, specifically the rough-and-tumble neighborhood of Crown Point, where Waylon Jones was born and raised by his aunt after his mother died in childbirth, with his father also nowhere to be found. His aunt was hard on him, forcing him to painfully scrub off his scales every single night in an attempt to make him look more normal, to help him survive in the notoriously tough city. But eventually it just became too painful, and so young Waylon was forced to stop and endured a childhood full of ridicule. Facing discrimination left and right because of his appearance, which only grew more and more reptilian by the day, young Waylon decided to join a circus, seeing it as his only prospect. So he worked the carnival circuit for many years, wrestling alligators at festivals under the name Killer Croc, a dangerous activity for low pay. But when a shady promoter refused to pay him the price they had agreed upon for a match, Waylon bit off his hand, and his life of crime began. After a relatively low-key and unsuccessful beginning to his criminal career, Croc first crossed paths with Batman and Robin during an ill-fated jewel heist. Ironically, this meeting would be extremely beneficial to Waylon in the long run. While Batman spoke with Commissioner Gordon, Robin taunted the chained man, chastising him for not hiring help and advising him to stop trying to be the brains of the operation and just stick to being the muscle. This led Croc to a realization: he needed to build followers. So he spent the next 3 years helping and saving the homeless of Gotham City, inviting them to live in the sewage system with him. In return, they worshipped him as King Croc, the ruler of the Gotham sewers, an underground empire spanning more territory than any other criminal organization in the city. As far as abilities go, Croc stem largely from his genetic condition, known as regressive atavism, in which an individual begins to take on traits from their evolutionary ancestry. This is why he resembles a reptile, but for more on the condition itself, be sure to check out our Super Science from last week on just that. The disease also gives him his scales, large size, claws, and fangs. With his scales, he is bulletproof while also being resistant to knives and blades, and his fangs and claws, while essentially just larger human fingers and teeth, have been filed down to razor sharpness. He also has surprisingly superhuman speed and strength for his size, standing at 6'5" and weighing upwards of 300 pounds. But to learn more about Killer Croc, I highly recommend reading Tim Seeley's Batman and Robin number 23.4, a great and really heartwarming issue, which is now the definitive origin story for Croc post New-52, and I guarantee it will make you feel very different about the character. So that wraps it up for this week's character bio. Let me know in the comment section down below which squad member you'd like to see recognized next week. Signing off, this is CJ, and I'll see you then.